What's up, everybody? This is Epic and I'm back with another Madden gameplay. This time it's online, unranked, but I'm playing against a friend of a friend of a friend, if that makes any sense. swaggaondeck86. He put up a good game, but I had to get that taste in his mouth saying that I just scored. Greg Jennings with a long touchdown pass. Cam Newton was a beast throughout this game. And I'm not going to say that Tampa Bay wasn't a beast either. I mean, they had some pretty good plays, as you're about to see. Vincent Jackson, he's a beast. That's it. I think that was the best pickup for Tampa Bay in years. And besides drafting a rookie running back.
There's no doubt about it. When you score like that,
yeah, I mean,
game, it shifts.
Overall, I say this was a good game. I mean, it's Cam Newton. He didn't really get to run all that much because that Tampa Bay defense it's tough. It's tough. They got a lot of good players now. They, the veterans, rookies are turning to veterans, and veterans turn into superstars, kind of deal. The new coach and everything. But this was a fun game to play. This guy, he put up, good numbers. He was a good opponent. As you can see, he did come back. Well, right now we're tied, but he did come back after, I was leading by a lot. But it wasn't like one of those games where you're playing and you outscore the opponent so much and then they end up quitting on you, or they cut their system off and that's still a quit. You don't get your W for it. Well, this one, unranked, but this guy, he put up a good game. No matter what the score was, whether I was up on him or whether he was up on me, we played it until the end, and that's what I like about Madden. If you play me, if you play the Epic one on the Xbox, rest assured, you're going to play to the end, and if you don't, I'm going to say something about it. I will make a video, and I will say something about it, but in this case, there was nothing bad about this game. Went smooth sailing all the way until the fourth quarter.
Offense lines up here.
There's nothing bad I can say.
He drops back to throw. The Panthers now.
But the Carolina Panthers are on my team. That's why I play with them a lot on Madden, because I know them up and down. I know them at the back of my hand. Steve Smith, he's a beast. Greg Olsen, he's a beast. Brandon LaFell, he can get you some good plays. Now, the only thing I ain't like about this game was D'Angelo Williams was starting over Jonathan Stewart. I know Jonathan Stewart's out with injury, but I didn't want to change that. I just keep it all the same because I don't want to make it all, difficult for everything. And but Doug Martin, man, in real life, he's something to worry about whenever you're game playing against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Josh Freeman, fourth-year quarterback, he's doing some good. Now, the one thing that this guy didn't use, he didn't use Dallas Clark. If I was playing with them like I did in this game, Greg Olsen, my tight end, those are like your best receivers. If your superstar wide receivers are covered, best bet that your tight ends are wide open somewhere and they can catch the ball. I played another game last night right after this one, and I played against Supreme HD, and I threw 3 or 4 touchdowns to my tight end. I was playing with the Jets. Dustin Keller. Now he gave up now I thought that was going to be a touchdown right there, because I thought he was in the end zone. I thought the ball crossed the plane, but it didn't, so I didn't have to worry about that. So our defense had to stop him, and we got a good stop, which is pretty good. And then he got some points out of it though, so at least he wasn't stupid and tried to go for something else. And then this is the most bogus call I've ever seen. I didn't even touch him. He fell on his own. What, I barely tipped him my toe or something? And I get the flag for it, so that's kind of messed up. But oh well. Doug Martin gets a humongous run. If he wouldn't have tripped over Luke Kuechly, I think he would have had, or not Luke Kuechly, I don't know who that was. But if he would have tripped over that defender, he would have had it, probably a touchdown, but I slowed him down a little bit.
Eyeing that left side. He's wide open. Touchdown
and
drawing close.
Underwood with the touchdown.
Quarterback dropping back.
Some good plays, and like I said, tight ends are always open. They find some way to catch the ball. And if your team has a really good tight end, then you're in luck. Tampa Bay, they have Dallas Clark. Greg Olsen with Carolina. And then you have a superstar wide receiver in Steve Smith that's gonna always, find a way to score, and he's speedy. So I like that. Now this next play right here, you tell me what penalty I got.
First and 10. He'll fire it out.
There's a flag. I'm like, holding, bring it back, because I think he's gonna score a touchdown. But he ends up getting pushed out of bounds at the last second. But then comes back, and the penalty is on me for roughing the passer. I don't understand that at all. I don't know. It wasn't even a passing play.
The quarterback throws to the right.
But I ain't have to worry about it.
On that hurried throw. They face
Due to time constraints, and I didn't want to make this video just super long and just make you guys have to sit through like 14, 15 minutes of mess. I went ahead and skipped it to the fourth quarter. The same thing went on in the third quarter as it did in the first two. Nothing really changed. We just scored back and forth. I got the advantage, but he came back, and it was just a really good game throughout the fourth quarter. So you guys just sit back and enjoy the fourth quarter. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure you share it. Make sure you comment on it. Make sure you do all that stuff. And I'm looking forward to making another video. And I will see you guys again really soon. Later, guys. Oh yeah, and one little quick note. Yes, I realized I said Greg Jennings in the beginning of the video when I was talking about Greg Olsen. I don't want people to be like, oh, yeah, Greg Olsen doesn't play for the Panthers. Panthers, they suck too much to have Greg Jennings. Whatever. I know I made a mistake. My bad, y'all. I made a mistake. I'm human. So, yeah.
And that's a touchdown, and they inch closer.
Nowadays, so many kids, they grow up.
The quarterback is coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. The pass had to be perfect.
So many times we see quarterbacks get in this position. They get out of
coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Getting away from the pressure. They pounce on him there. Hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. And he's taken down.
Nice job to run and the speed to get outside and get the sacks on the quarterback too.
The offensive line gets in position. Can they protect their quarterback? Gets away from the heat. Breaks away.
Well, when you get down here, this key one here.
And the kick is good for 3.
Well, when you get points, it's never a bad thing.
The quarterback's hollering out instructions.
Slow.
Looking across the middle. That'll put them.
He goes, remember, Sims, when he's covered, he's open.
Doug Martin. That'll stop the play right there.
Jim, they're in the red zone. What they have to do here is score as fast as you can so that you can give yourself a few more opportunities.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
Slow.
He drops back to throw. Charles Johnson gets to him for the sack.
The name of the game is hit the guy with the football, isn't it? That's what it is. The quarterback has it. The defensive end, what a nice play. Gets to him that time and gets the big hit.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive.
Two jet. Under.
Dropping back to throw. Reaches out and snatches it. Touchdown! They're back in the game. 2nd down coming up. No bump coverage here. Corners backing up. Looking to the right side and throwing. Makes the play.
These big receivers in the NFL now, they can get down the